This is AutoCAD Lesson 1 of Chapter 7. You're going to begin by finding a file called C Create Single Line Text. It's going to open up a file kind of like this. Now you're going to begin by going down here to the checked by box. You're going to click Text Single Line. Notice how these object snaps are getting in the way, so you're just going to turn them off. Once those are off, you can then right click Justified. You're going to go from the right, so just click somewhere inside the box, then go up, do not click, press enter again, that sets your text height and your angle rotation. Your text height is basically how big this text is going to be, and your angle rotation is going to be the direction the text is facing. For all intents and purposes, I'm just going to type in name, press enter and escape. Once that's set, you can then go over here. You can notice how this viewport is set to 1 to 100 just by double clicking inside. Now we're just going to go to model space. You're going to go over here. You're going to go over to this section. You're going to set this layer as current. Want the layer from corridor. You're going to then go over to single line text. Whatever. Now you're going to make sure your object snaps are on, so you just turn them back on from where you had them. You're going to right click, Justified, Center, find your point that you want to start at. Your text height is going to be set to 300, so you just type in 300. Your angle rotation is going to be set to 0, so just press enter. Once that's set, you're just going to type in kitchen. Once that's in, just press enter, escape. There you go. For your next thing you're going to do is you're going to have to type in 210 in this same box. So that can be done pretty easily by just going back up, single line text, right click, Justified, middle. What you do is you find the midpoint snaps of two of these lines. Once they line up, you click, and then you press enter, enter, and then 210, escape. Now you're just going to have to do that for all of these little boxes as the thing shows you, so we'll do these pretty quickly. Just single line text, Justified, center. Oh. This one's dining. What? This one. Just press that again. Enter, enter. That's going to be 209. This one's going to be office. So enter, Justified, center, up a little. It's going to be enter, enter, office. Now you just press enter again. You may get pretty quick at this, as you notice after a few after having to do this a few times. There you go. Enter, enter, 208. Move back up right here. This one's going to be meeting room. So enter again because you're just reselecting the command you just had. Justified. You're going to go to the center. Go up. Enter, enter, meeting room. Enter. Enter again, right click. Justified, middle. There you go. Enter, enter. And then this is 208. And that's all for this section. Now I'm just going to zoom back out. And and then you're going to select the Layout tab, and so the one we just did, which is right here. You can then just export it from here and make sure you don't save it.